Thank you for joining us today. We have a special interview with Rosa Parks, and we have videos from Montgomery Bus Boycott and Emmett Till. Let's join Emily Precourt with Rosa Parks. Emily?
And now joining us for an exclusive interview, Rosa Parks. Please tell the world your side of the story of the events that occurred on December 1st, 1955.
Well, I was arrested on December 1st, 1955 for refusing to stand upon the orders of the bus driver after the white seats had been occupied in the front. And of course, I was not in the front of the bus as many people had ridden and spoken that I was, that I got on the bus and took a front seat, but I did not. I took a seat that was just back of where the white people were sitting. And in fact, the last seat, and the man was next to the window, and I took an aisle seat, and there were two women across. And we went on undisturbed until about the second or third stop when some white people boarded the bus and left one man standing. And when the driver noticed him standing, he told us to stand up and let him have those seats. He referred to them as front seats. And when the other three people, after some hesitancy, stood up, he wanted to know if I was going to stand. I told him I was not, and he told me he would have me arrested. I told him he may do that.
Thank you, Rosa. And now we have a special reenactment of what went on the bus with Rosa Parks.
Move.
No.
And now a word from our sponsors. Coke, wow! America's favorite soft drink. Buy it at your local store.
Your Dodge dealer invites you to the Lawrence Welk 30-day selling spree. Folks all over America, coast to coast, Dodge dealers are on a spree. A gigantic Lawrence Welk 30-day selling spree. They're out to honor their television star by selling more cars in one 30-day period than ever before. Now, you've all admired its dramatic, years-ahead styling. You've all wanted to experience its all-new performance with torsionaire ride, push-button torque flight, total contact brakes, and all the greatest advances of 1957. You've heard about its sweeping sales success that has doubled Dodge orders over 1 year ago. Now, let me repeat that because it's important. Dodge sales have doubled over sales of 1 year ago, which means that the factory has doubled its deliveries to Dodge dealers all over the country. Therefore, right now is your chance to go swept wing, to drive and arrive swept wing at a savings. Get the greatest deal of the year on the greatest car of the year right now during the Lawrence Welk 30-day selling spree. See your Dodge dealer.
And now for the sports and weather.
Good evening, this is Bobby Bartolo with the sports. The 1950s was a very interesting decade of sports. Professional sports throughout the country began to integrate their leagues of African American players. This gave many opportunities for the rise of stars like Jackie Robinson, Willie Mays, and Jim Brown. Also, television had a great effect in the popularity of sports. Other sports such as tennis, college football, and professional golf started becoming very popular throughout America. That's it for the sports. Now I'm going to send it over to Jarvis Williams for the weather.
Thanks, Bobby. This is Jarvis Williams with your weekly weather report. In New England, it's going to be mid-50s till about the end of the week. It might reach the low 40s, so you might want to bring a jacket out. As we head down to the East Coast, we have heavy showers in Florida that are going to eventually make their way up through Virginia, Carolina, Pennsylvania, New York. And then eventually, at the end of the week, you're going to have some light showers. You might want to bring out an umbrella. And this has been Jarvis Williams, the weekly weather report.
The picture being shown is of a bank robber caught in the act. The bank was located in Wakefield, Massachusetts. He is believed to be a local of the surrounding area and believed to be armed and dangerous. If you have any information about the case, please contact the FBI. There is a $5,000 reward and any information leading to an arrest. Please, once again, if you see this man, do not approach him. Call 911 or contact the FBI with any information.
Buses have been empty for a few weeks because of the boycott of bus segregation. In the video being shown, you can see the empty bus with no one on it from the Montgomery bus boycott. Let's welcome expert analyst Emily Precourt. What events led up to the Montgomery bus boycott?
When people think about the Montgomery bus boycott, they think that Rosa Parks was the beginning of it. Previously, there were two girls that were arrested, 15-year-old Claude Colvin and 18-year-old Mary Louise Smith. These arrests did not make as big of an impact on the Black community as Rosa Parks did.
How did the bus boycott begin?
The bus boycott began as a one-day protest of the city buses on December 5th of 1955. After 90% of the Black community in Montgomery did not ride the bus, they decided to extend the boycott until they had what they were fighting for.
How did they get from place to place?
Well, the Blacks would organize rides so people could get to work and school. Some would also walk long distances just to get places instead of riding the bus.
How did the bus boycott finally end?
The bus boycott finally ended when the federal district court ruled in Browder versus Gale with segregation on buses was unconstitutional.
Well, thank you for joining us.
You are very welcome. Thank you for having me. In further news, a young colored boy known as Emmett Till was recently found murdered and severely tortured at the bottom of the Tallahatchie River. At the age of only 14 years old, Emmett Till was executed for reportedly flirting with a white woman. Several nights after the incident, two men related to the white woman arrived at Till's great-uncle's house, where they took Till, tortured him to death, and sank his body into the river. Take a look at this close-up reenactment of the men when they came for the young boy.
Hey! Hello?
You holding them boys from Chicago?
Nah, he's not here, bro.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
I know you lying.
We thank you for joining us this evening. This has been Channel 4 News. Good night, America.